You might remember a little while ago I built this racking for holding our plants. It makes it look a bit like a garden centre. You can see the carrots are growing quite nicely on the top there, and the remains of our tomato plants that still need potting up are on there. But we had a message yesterday, somebody was getting rid of another section of gantry stuff. So we've just been to collect that this morning, and I'm putting it together here. Now, it was all in one piece, but I noticed that it had been put together the wrong way up, because on the bottom, you can just about see, there are some bolts that stick out that are meant to be for adjusting the height to make it level. But those bolts, when we collected it, were sticking out the top. So clearly the uprights have been put in upside down. So I'm just putting it in here, and to get it in place, I've had to move this kind of milk crate full of water over to one side. I know you should think I should empty it out, but every time we do anything to it, things are alive inside it. There's frogs or all sorts, I'm not quite sure what, but there's definitely quite a lot of life living in there. So I don't want to just empty it out. I don't really need those pots either, so we're just leaving it as it is. But it was in the way, so I just moved it. So I'm just putting this one together. Actually, there are a few subtle differences, like this one, the new one that we've got. These bits, these sort of collars, are actually made of metal, and they have a very definite screw-on part at the bottom, which if you loosen it, it means that they can slide up and down better, and then you screw it back to kind of lock them in position. These were all made of plastic, and this bit at the bottom just had some kind of a 90-degree turn to try and lock it in position, but it didn't really seem to do very much at all. So this one seems a little bit more kind of well engineered, and I'm just about to start leveling it up to make sure that everything's nice and straight. I think that is near enough level. It's very slightly down, or up at the front actually, I think it is. Yeah, it needs to be slightly up at the back, but it's a tray for putting plants on. It doesn't need to be perfectly level. So, but that's pretty good, I think. And side to side, that's pretty good. It kind of shows how unlevel the fence is, really, because it doesn't look very straight compared to the fence. But this is level this way anyway. Actually, I've just taken one of these clamps apart to see what's in it, and you can see there's actually two kind of little washers with teeth in that grip the upright when you clamp them together. So that's obviously what's holding this in position on the upright, and then when you push the tray down on top, the shelf down, it squeezes these together, which clamps it a little bit more. But yeah, this is definitely better engineered than the plastic ones. And that's the top layer on, and reasonably level. Okay, I don't know about front to back. I think front to back was a bit harder. Yeah, it's quite high up at the front. It should be lower down at the front. But actually, because the ground is sloping, it's already sticking out quite a lot more at the front than it is at the back. So I think this will do fine. There we go. That's the second set of shelves completed. Haven't thought of what to put on the bottom layer yet.